Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Hole. My name is Cole, and I'm so excited for today's episode because we're talking about one of the coolest concept albums I've ever heard, which is Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots from 2002 by the Flaming Lips. It's a really kind of sci-fi anime vibe. The production quality is just absolutely phenomenal on this album. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So let's dive in with track number 1, which is called Fight Test. Yeah, this is just the ultimate dilemma for pacifists like myself, right? You don't want to fight, you don't believe in it, you don't believe in violence, but sometimes there are certain situations where you kind of have to do it, right? You got to stick up for yourself, especially if you want to keep your woman away from a bad man like the person on this song, right? This poor guy, he's trying to be a pacifist, he's trying to be a good guy, you know, he's hoping to be proven right in time through his, his peaceful ways, but really, his girl just gets taken by this other dude who, you know, is one of those alpha male type of guys. So this poor guy, he should have stood up for himself, and he's totally regretting it right now, you know. And he just basically realized that even though he doesn't believe in violence, there kind of is a time and a place for certain things, right? You can't just have a black and white approach to it all. Nazi Germany being the most obvious example. But anyway, this is such a memorable, such a unique song. It's a really unusual song. I like it. But let's move on to track 2, which is called One More Robot. I think this is going to be the ultimate dilemma for humanity. I mean, we already separate ourselves from the animal kingdom in terms of consciousness, right? We don't think they're conscious beings. We don't really fully appreciate the fact that they probably do have emotions and they feel things, they feel pain, they feel sadness, they feel depression, I would imagine. We just don't think they do because we put ourselves above the animal kingdom, right? I mean, we eat them for God's sakes. But now we're talking about, artificial intelligence and robots, and whether, can we replicate consciousness in robots? And if we can, what does it mean for a robot to have emotions and to fall in love? Is it valid, right? Is that even a thing that could happen, where a human falls in love with a robot who basically has human consciousness, right? It's passing the Turing test. So it sounds like you're speaking to a human. There's that movie that came out recently where the guy goes to that rich CEO's secluded cabin where he's building an AI, and the AI passes the Turing test, and so the main character is like, I don't know how to feel about this exactly. So it's going to be a real dilemma, in my opinion, for humanity, is how are we going to treat artificial intelligence in the future when it reaches the point where it's basically like talking to a human. It's indistinguishable. And of course, keep in mind that they're probably going to be way smarter than us too. So not only can they connect with us emotionally, but they're just way smarter than us. So it's almost like they could put themselves on a pedestal above us, I would imagine. So anyway, he's going deep a little bit. And again, the production quality on this song as well is remarkable. But let's move on to track 3, which is called Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, Part 1, the name of the album. Let's check it out.
'She's a black belt in karate, working for the city. She has to discipline her body, 'cause she knows that it's demanding to defeat those evil machines. I know she can beat them. Oh, Yoshimi, they don't believe me, but you won't let those robots eat me. Yoshimi, they don't believe me, but you won't let those robots defeat me. Those evil-natured robots.
Yeah, this is where the album just goes completely anime and sci-fi, right? I mean, it's just about a little girl taking karate, learning to defeat the evil robots, the pink robots taking over the planet, right? It's a very fun, very cute sci-fi song, very anime, as I mentioned. I mean, just look at the album cover, for God's sakes. That's Yoshimi, and those are the evil pink robots. That's such a cool painting. So it's not a deep song. It's just a really fun song. The album mostly is ear candy. It's just a production. The production on this album is just out of this world, which is appropriate considering sci-fi robots. But anyway, really cool song. I like it a lot. But let's move along and skip a few songs and talk about track 6, which is called Ego Tripping at the Gates of Hell.
I was wanting you to love me. But your love never came. All the other love
I just love these lyrics. They really spoke to me, and I'm going to repeat it before I talk about it. So he says, I was wanting you to love me, but your love, it never came. All the other love around me was just wasting all away. Oh my goodness, that's so sad and depressing and true, right? I mean, you spend so much time focusing on one person who in the end doesn't end up working out for you, and you missed out on all these other girls who, you know, probably were better for you, who also loved you, potentially. You know, like currently in my life, I kind of think about this when I'm going on dating apps, and, you know, it's such an impersonal thing to do, to go on a dating app and just like talk to random people. You know, there's no body language. There's no like, there's none of the closeness and the humanity that's there when like you meet somebody at a party. And so, you know, you waste, it feels like you waste all this time talking to someone on a dating app and focusing on them, trying to get them to like you, when for all you know, you could have been focusing that energy on somebody who actually likes you a lot in real life, who you're just afraid to ask out, right? Or if you're a guy like me, somebody who's got a crush on you and she's desperately trying to like give you hints and you're just totally oblivious to it, which I'm sure is the case for me in a lot of ways. I cannot pick up on tells when girls like me. But anyway, the whole point is, you know, when you take the time to focus on one person and you hope that they fall in love with you, you know, that's time that you're not spending on other people who might be better matches. So I kind of like where he's going here, philosophically, because I wonder this myself. But anyway, that's track 6. Let's talk about track 7 next, which is called, Are You a Hypnotist? Yeah, I've certainly been there, right? You're just so caught up in loving somebody that even when they kind of wrong you, you know, for some reason, you get a little bit hypnotized by their beauty or their coolness or whatever it is you're attracted to, and they kind of like, you know, make you feel bad, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. And you're like, oh, okay, all right, I forgive you. But really, they're just full of it, and they're just messing with you. You know, there are people like that. You know, they know how much you like them, and they can kind of abuse it, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of women take advantage of that. They know certain people in their life who are totally head over heels for them, and they can abuse the situation. Like, for example, all those poor guys, those nice guys who have no idea that the girl they're pretending to have a friendship with is just using them to feel good, you know, because they like the attention and they like having someone tell them that they're beautiful and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's not fair. I will say it's not fair for a guy to be friends with a girl just because he's hoping she'll fall in love with him. I mean, that's not cool. I'm not saying that's right, but it is a thing. So I guess you could say they're both kind of being bad people in that situation. The guy's being kind of a fake friend, and the girl is just using this guy to feel good and to get the attention, the male attention, right? So anyways, so this poor guy in this song, he's head over heels for some girl who's just not treating him right, and he needs to snap out of it and move on. Jeez Louise. But anyway, that's Are You a Hypnotist? Let's talk about track 8 next, which is called It's Summertime.
It's summertime. Though it's hard to see, it's true.
Yeah, so I often wonder about people who don't seem to be depressed a lot, because I suffer from depression. And for me, it's a battle of not thinking too deeply about things, of not looking into the past and remembering all of the things I'm sad about, all of the things that I regret, right? It's a lot of looking inwards. And I like how he puts it, where when you look inwards, it's a self-reflecting mirror of sadness. So you're constantly bouncing off, you're reinforcing the sadness because you're thinking about all of the things making you sad, right? You're not looking out into the world and enjoying the beauty of the summertime and the nice weather and the interesting people around you. And you're not looking outwards, you're looking inwards. And looking inwards is generally the problem. You want to focus outwards. You want to enjoy life. You want to enjoy the people around you. You want to cherish all of the good things in your life, and just stop living in the past, which sounds easy, but it's really hard to do, especially for someone like me, right? So I imagine the person on the song telling his friend all of this stuff has little experience with, looking inwards too much. He probably is just focusing on the now and what's in front of him most of the time, which is kind of the key to happiness, really. You want to always look forward into the future, because when you look into the past, that's when you start to get sad, in my opinion. So anyway, this is a very beautiful song. I really love this song. But let's move on to probably the most famous song on the album, other than Fight Test, which is track 9. It's called Do You Realize?
Do you realize that you have the most beautiful face? Do you realize we're floating in space? Do you realize that happiness makes you cry? instead of saying all of your goodbyes. Let them know you realize that life goes fast. It's hard to make the good things last. You realize the sun doesn't go down. It's just an illusion caused by the world spinning round.
Yeah, this he's smoking a lot of pot, it sounds like. He's going deep. He's thinking about life on a cosmic scale, you know. We're just a ball spinning in nothingness around a star. And like, why do we matter? Right? We don't matter. We think we do, but we definitely don't matter cosmically. But anyway, I like what he's talking about at the end of the clip. He's talking about, you know, appreciation and, you know, be happy for all the good things in your life. And, you know, especially the people in your life who you probably haven't told in a very long time that they mean a lot to you, that they're a really good friend and you appreciate them. You appreciate that they're in your life, right? When's the last time you told your parents you love them? When's the last time you took your girlfriend out for a very romantic evening? I'm not talking about dinner and a movie. I'm talking about something, you know, totally out of a rom-com or something, totally unexpected. I bet it's been a long time. It's probably not since you first started dating, right? You kind of forget to do that kind of stuff. You don't really appreciate the good things in your life the way you should, because you just kind of normalize it all eventually. And, you know, I like the fact that he's trying to remind us all that sometimes you need to just take a step back, look at your life and all the good things about it, and really appreciate it, and tell all the wonderful people in your life how much you appreciate them. It's a very wonderful message. I dig it. But anyway, that's Do You Realize? Definitely a wonderful, wonderful song. But the last clip I want to play for you guys is the next track, track 10, which is called All We Have Is Now. All we've ever had is now. I mean, what a simple but in a way mind-blowing realization that we all kind of forget. It's so true, especially as it ties into that earlier song about depression and how, you know, stop looking into the past, you know, stop thinking about your memories that are bothering you because they're in the past, right? Learn what you can from the experience and apply it towards your present, right? I mean, obviously, you do want to plan for the future, but really all you have is now. And if you spend your time living in the past or living in the future, then you're not really appreciating life. And being present is probably, in my opinion, the most wonderful state of being. There are moments in my life where I was really present and I really appreciated, spending time with my mom, or I'm really enjoying the movie I'm watching, or I'm appreciating the fact that I'm in a city where I get to walk around, or whatever it is. You're not living in your mind, but you're also not worrying about the future. You're just enjoying the here and now. Maybe you're at a park and you're sitting on a bench and you're kind of looking around and you're like, this is beautiful. And the air smells lovely and everyone's having fun, and look at all those dogs, you know, chasing their balls that their owners are throwing. You know, isn't this wonderful? You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta approach life that way. So I appreciate this song, because it's true. All we have is now. But anyway, so that's the last clip for you guys that I want to talk about. That's Yoshimi Battles of the Pink Robots. I mean, it's just such a cool sci-fi-ish, anime-ish journey into the future. And again, just the melodies are great, the hooks are great, the production is unbelievable on this record. If you like this record, also give their previous record a shot, The Soft Bulletin. It's also really cool. But this is my personal favorite Flaming Lips album. So hopefully you thought it was interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments whether you did or not. I'll check it out. But if you like the video, please like and subscribe. It would really help me out. But yeah, that's the Flaming Lips, guys. That's all she wrote. So check them out and have a good one.